Hey guys, Jonas95 here again, and I'm back to review from the Transformers Prime reviews. This time we look at the all three review. One is the Deluxe Class Robots in the Sky Sergeant Cobb. The left is Tailgate, and the right is Fallback, aka Outback, no matter what you want to call it. Now let's talk about these three. Now these guys, he is supposed to be in the show, but this middle here, Sergeant Cobb, he's supposed to be in the cartoon, but for some reason it was never seen him. It was canceled. For some reason it was scrapped. He was never seen in the show, but I think he's someone from, I think it's from Bakhan that I never heard. Someone from, I guess it's from the manga, or I'm sorry, not manga, novel books from Retribution. So I guess these three characters was supposed to be in the show, but it was ultimately cut from the episode. So let's start first look at Tailgate. We all know it. Now, here's Tailgate. Now, this version of Tailgate, he's a repaint from the Cliff Jumper. He was from Cyberverse class, or Scout class, whatever you want to call it. If you're not really familiar with him, he was from actually small role from the flashback, which is RC's flashback. And unfortunately, at the end of the episode, Tailgate, he was murdered by Arachnians. He was murdered by Arachnians from the flashback, so that's pretty much it. He was never seen again. He was killed off, only just half a minute. So anyway, so here is Tailgate in his robot vehicle mode. He looks, one of his came with weapons. He comes with green translucent plastic. You also get his peg holes. Only problem is it's get loose. It doesn't fall off in this one. It's kind of a little smaller than this. And this one does have rolls. It has a little robot jumps. Now to transform him is honestly, so let's unpeg. And there you can see there's unpeg, rotate down. Supposed to do this. Then unpeg, and that's pretty much it. So here is Tailgate in his robo mode. Now this does look like Tailgate. Now it looks like repaint and Tailgate. When first I saw a package, the design is all wrong, but when I saw this, so you'll take a look at the pictures, check it out. Yeah. It looks pretty nice. His detail has a blue and white. It has a little Autobot symbol. It's kind of hard to see. Articulation for the Scout Clash one. The head does not turn. The arms is up and down, goes in and out. It has elbow joints. There's no waist articulation. It's like it's forwards and back, goes in and out. Then the knee. Oh, it's joints popping. And single forward stack. He also had a weapon secure. It's a little small engines, so that's the pretty much that. Now for Fallback, or Outback, whatever you want to call it. Guess Hasbro changed his name. This was another character. He was supposed to be in the show that were cut off. I think he's somewhere from the novels. Now this figure, he's a repaint of the breakdowns from Series 2 or 3, I guess. Also, I had a package. Here's what I made a package looks like. Here's what I made a package. It says Cyberverse. And it says Fallback. And it shows a little back. So a little bio him, a nice little pause to read. And it's made by Hasbro, and guess it's 2012, I believe. Yeah, I'm correct. And it's got a sticker that says Hub. says watch the transfer on TV, but nope, it's too late. The show is canceled because Hub Network has filed bankruptcy. It's kind of sad. So I guess Hub. Oops. I think he comes with weapons that I don't have one. I lost it, so lost weapons. Now, this one doesn't have rules. Let's go robot chunks. Now, the transformer to break down is pretty simple. Now, you suppose it gets unpegged. There's a little arm. Rotate around. Oh! Oops, he just popped out. And less. Here we have fallback in his robot mode. He's a little same size compared to this guy. He's a little size than this one. This one looks like breakdown. Let's a little closer look at the details. So Autobot symbols. There's just a little hollow on the back. Articulation breakdown is sadly there's no head movement. Arms goes up and down. It goes can't go down because headed by shoulders. It does have elbow swivel because hidden transformations. There's no waist articulation. His leg is forwards and back goes in and out that much. This also is the scariest part. This angle needs joint. Its supposed joint looks like his hinge. This goes like this. That's just kind of really awkward. So anyway, not a bad figure. Last but not least, we have Sergeant Cup. Now here's this kind of strange. Back in 2012, back at Toy Fair or BotCons, I'm not sure, can't remember it. I first announced I saw a picture. I thought it was going to have Ironhide. Unfortunately, it turns out it's Sergeant Cup. Now, here's the thing. There was a variant in the Japanese version, I think it's called Armicron Ironhide. We saw a picture. It looks like the same mold, except the paint is all red instead of green. So, I thought it was going to have Ironhides come out than this American, but sadly, it was canceled because this figure got poor sales. And here is Sergeant Cup. He is a truck mode. Let's go down here. Let's go robot junks. Let's go Autobot symbols. Wheels. So it has little rolls. One of his surgery comes with this thing. It's got little peg holes and trunks. It comes with what looks like a cannon, arm cannons, two cannons. It's kind of similar to the Transform Ironhide from the Transform Michael Bay films. It also has a weird peg. They look like it's like launcher guns. It's kind of stupid. It's just a little black plastic. I'm taking this one. Now the transform to Ironhide is pretty interesting. Let's get unpeg his. Well, rotate around. This is gonna be the most frustrating. I seen a review of the Baltrimores. They says they actually is definitely the worst thing I've seen. Around this one. This is gonna get tricky. There we go, just rotate. Just rotate. There's one. There's cold. Sorry about it, just rotate. That's my only problem I have. Once. And this one gets snapped. And that's my only biggest complaint I have is the joints transformation. It's a little bit frustrating. You know, what used to, oops, that's a peg just fall out. That's really bummer. You supposed to just peg and also nice little option choice trying to turn the rotate peg and there you go. Here is Sergeant Cup and his rope. Oh, it just falls out. So that's the case. So here's Sergeant Cobb in his robot mode. It's kind of okay. It's a very interesting looking figure. It's not terrible, definitely mediocre. Speaking of mediocre, let's take a look at the head sculpt. Let's close a look at the head sculpt. Now, is this supposed to be look like Sergeant Cobb? It kind of looks like Identify, looks like Ironhide. I like his eyes are yellow, his helmet was green, and it's like the chest looks very similar to Identify Ironhide. And he's got a little Autobots logo on his print on it. And then the back is little those. And you can see I actually switched here to that one. So I pegging here what you supposed and here look like. This one, this is kind of stupid. Now I got a chance, the only option choice, and unpeg, praying, connect to here. That's what cool is. Now for surgery, you have his hold his guns, his gun, or he also his option choice, the best way cool ones. He has a little peg hole on his wrist. You plug in and this one has cannon wrist. This looks kind of pretty similar to the Transformers Ironhide from the movie versions. So it looks like this. If they really want that version, or reminds me of the Armacron Ironhide, which I prefer it, or you want to make customized paint, that's the best way option choice. Do your next thing when it wants this. Size comparison. Here's next to Starscream. Here's the next to Starscream. He's a little bit size and smaller. He's about 5 inches, pretty close, and that was the case. And that's my biggest problem I have. It just falls over quick. You see, that's my biggest problems. Now, articulation for Ironhide, he does have head swivel, ball joint, rotating 360 degrees. It goes up and down because hit by, and his arms goes up and down, goes in and out that much because hitting the shoulder pads. There's no bicep swivel. He has an elbow joint, rotating around. There is no wrist articulation. That's kind of disappointment. There's no waist articulation. It's like his forwards and back goes in and out that much. He has a thigh swivel, then at the knee, and his ankle from side to side. So that's pretty much it, articulations. So there's my review. Overall, it's okay, it's a decent figure. These figures are pretty decent. It's kind of disappointment. So that's about that. So anyway, guys, what do you guys think about these three? Let us know in the comment below. While you're at it, be sure don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So for more reviews. So thanks for watching. Bye.